Arua and Madi Okollo districts are home to nearly 13,000 refugees residing in the Rhino and Omugo settlements. With increasing pressure on natural resources and social cohesion in these areas, Uganda Red Cross Society, supported by funding from Netherlands Red Cross, embarked on a 2-year project titled Chronic Crisis Community Resilience to Water and Climate-Related Risks in Uganda. This initiative was implemented in the sub-counties of Rigbo, Ajia and Arivu, aiming to enhance community resilience and improve living conditions amidst ongoing challenges.
The project has 2 components, which is water, sanitation and hygiene, and then community resilience. It's looking at issues to do with disasters.
The project aimed at strengthening community resilience by addressing water and climate-related risks. The specific objectives of the project were to improve access to clean water and sanitation facilities and improve community resilience to climate, water risk-related disasters.
So under water and sanitation objective, the project has constructed a piped water system, and also it has also improved the sanitation at schools, which saw that at least now the sanitation has improved from people stance ratio, which was 1 to 119 to 1 to 70.
The project has significantly improved access to clean and safe water. A piped water system now serves 4 villages, benefiting over 3,000 people. Additionally, community boreholes have been drilled, while dilapidated ones have been repaired, ensuring reliable water sources for both refugee settlements and host communities.
The project has also improved on our community's access to clean and safe water by rehabilitating and then also repairing the broken boreholes. Before this intervention, community had shortage of water. They would take water from open sources, but with the intervention, our communities now have access to clean water, and this has greatly reduced on the prevalence of waterborne diseases. And as the rehabilitation and then installation of the new wells are taking place, the committees of these water points have also been trained, and the committees are really ensuring that the water users are paying a monthly fee for using the water point. They are also observing safe water chain at the water point, and then above all, they are also maintaining hygiene and sanitation at their homes.
Currently, this project has brought some impact, especially now access to safe water. There are now reduced incidences of malaria and also water-related diseases, especially when you go through now the health centers and try to get some information. You find it is shows that at least the incidences of malaria, diarrheal diseases have been reduced because of people are now accessing safe and clean water.
The management of solid waste has been revolutionized with the construction of garbage banks and the production of briquettes from organic waste. This initiative mitigates tree cutting for charcoal burning, promoting a sustainable environment.
Looking at now the challenge of solid waste management, which is global, so the project has also at least added value on organic waste, which will ensure that the projects are now making briquettes to at least have effective fuel energy usage.
So after getting this knowledge, we started to collect all this rubbish and then we sort it accordingly. The dry one, we come and we burn it. After burning it, we crush it. After crushing it, we mix. Then after mixing, we make briquettes out of it to conserve our environment. Because most of our people, they do cut down trees. But if you can see our place now, it has been dried up, just because people have been deliberately down the trees. So by now, after when we have started processing these briquettes, we started giving it out to the community to say that this waste they have seen, maybe tree leaves, sugarcane waste, we have beans, peeling cassava. If we dry it very well, That one can serve you and it can also serve your environment. You cannot cut down trees for firewood.
Empowering women has also been at the forefront. Training sessions on menstrual hygiene management and liquid soap making have promoted dignity and self-sufficiency among women in the community.
The project has enabled young girls and young women in the community and schools to manage the menstruation very well in a way that they are now able to make reusable sanitary pads, and this has addressed the key issues which had existed before the intervention of the project.
After the training on menstrual hygiene management, our girls are free to access classes because the pads are now at home and we make them home-based, and also we women, we are free to attend meetings, we are free to attend churches or even mosque, and also it has reduced on SGBV cases because by then we used to disturb our men to give us money to always, every month at least we ask them to give us money for pads, but this time around it has really reduced on the GBV cases because we make our own. That makes us not to ask money from anyone.
The project has also improved on the hygiene and sanitation at household level by training community members and schools to make liquid soap. And after the making of the liquid soap, they are now able to observe hand washing at all times, especially the critical times at school and also at household level.
As we group, we were taught on how to make liquid soap, and we came up with the liquid soap here you can see in front of us. And the liquid soap help us in sanitation and help in washing our clothes, especially when we are having kids at home and we are lacking soap, and when we are trained how to make this, so we can use them at home and we can sell them and get some income from the liquid soap.
The project's impact on disaster preparedness and response cannot go unnoticed. Capacity building for disaster management communities and response teams has strengthened the community's ability to respond to crisis. 3 community radios have been installed to disseminate early warning signs, ensuring timely and effective communication.
On the side of disasters, the project has improved the community's resilience on early warning, early actions, and also it has improved the capacity of the districts, especially the district disaster management committees and the sub-county disaster management committees.
My role here is to give early warnings to the communities concerning weather forecasts, diseases outbreaks, and others. But we mostly give early warnings to the communities, and some of these informations we get them from the volunteers. So we sensitize the communities about what is going to happen, and we give them the alertness, we alert them, we give them what to do, we share them the information what they are supposed to do, such that they can reduce risks and get knowledge on whatever is happening.
After the orientation on early warnings, we are able at least to be able to get informations. Maybe if it is drought, we are able to maybe see and pass information to our community, and we see that since it is drought, what are the crops that can mean to maybe grow well during droughts, maybe. So we do give early warnings on short-term crops that can resist in the drought, like vegetables. We pass information people should plant vegetables that can be harvested earlier.
As a climate action and environment officer, my focus over the years have been the DRR component. Under the DRR component falls under Objective 2 of the project. And this objective is to ensure that communities are resilient and they're adapting to effects of climate change. And under Objective 2, the project is looking at Outcome 2, which ensures that communities adapt to effects of climate change, and also they are practicing environmental values, and also they are appreciating environmental conservation. Under Outcome 2, we have two outputs. The first output looks at community resilience, and then the second output looks at preparedness of the district disaster management committees and also the sub-county disaster management committees. When we go back to the Outcome 2, the project has used two approaches. At community level, we are using the community-based disaster risk reduction approach, which is popularly known by all national societies who are implementing this approach as the CBDR approach.
To mitigate the effects of climate change, 100 community-based disaster risk reduction groups have been promoting energy-saving stoves, constructing safe shelters in flood-prone areas, and planting drought-resistant trees. These efforts paving the way for a resilient and sustainable future.
We have enhanced community capacity in constructing houses which are flood resilient. We learned lessons last year in 2023 when we received the El Nino rains, especially in Rigbo sub-county in Madi Okollo district, where almost all the latrines collapsed, classrooms collapsed, people's houses collapsed. We even had people sleeping in churches. When we train communities on how to build houses which can withstand flood, right now the communities are picking up and then they are constructing houses with raised foundation, which has been enhanced with the dam-proof course.
The difference between this house and our one, the way the bricks are molded, like we were trained that to make a safe shelter, you have to make an anti-hail brick, and you have to also to build it using a soil from anti-hail. That means it's very hard, it is durable, it cannot easily be shaken. And that's why it's very unique from other types of houses. Like if you compare with other houses, normally sometimes you make just a clay, a sand soil which is porous where water can enter in it. But the uniqueness of this one is when we are trained that if you mix anti-hail soil properly and you build using it, the house is strong. Like you see, the house is very strong.
We went into partnership with the National Forestry Authority, a very big government agency, to support our community in tree planting. In both Madi Okollo and Arua district, as all of you know, these are areas that are always hit by long dry spell because of the level of environmental degradation that has taken place in these two areas. And the only way we can avert this situation is by increasing tree cover. So we appreciate that National Forestry Authority embraced our request, and through that collaboration, NFA was able to give us 20,000 tree seedlings, including fruit trees, that we have planted this season alone across Madi Okollo and Arua district.
This project shows the power of working together. With the help of various partners and the community, we are building a brighter, more resilient future for refugees and the host communities in Madi Okollo and Arua. Together, we are creating a resilient tomorrow.